Live from your local news leader, home of the #1 10 p.m. newscast on the High Plains. KAMR Local 4 News at 10 starts now.
On Thursday, President Joe Biden signed a law making today, Juneteenth, a federal holiday. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Judd Baker. The holiday commemorates the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. KAMR Local 4's Jack Kessler has more from the Juneteenth neighborhood celebration here in Amarillo and what that holiday means for those in our community. It's topping our news tonight at 10.
Saturday's Juneteenth neighborhood celebration started with a parade, which made its way to Bones Hooks Park, with festivities throughout the day, including a history of the holiday. One of the organizers of the event, Melody Graves, says celebrating Juneteenth means freedom.
It means a lot to me. It means a lot to come out here and see such a diverse crowd of people out here celebrating something that is so important to me.
Graves says that just because Juneteenth is now a federal holiday doesn't mean that there isn't work that still needs to be done in the community, a sentiment that NAACP President Patrick Miller agrees with.
I think after this, it's recognizing that we need criminal justice. After that, it's ensuring that we empower African American communities with economic catalyst projects to uplift those communities and bring businesses in, and to ensure here at the local level that we have a North Heights rezoning project that reflects the will of the people of North Amarillo.
Tremaine Brown, owner of Shy Lee's Barbecue, hopes that with Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday, it can start a conversation.
It has a educational undertone now. People that didn't know what Juneteenth was about, now it's going to be a conversation at their table that, you know, some of their kids might even bring up. What does Juneteenth mean? Where did it come from? Now you can get on your phone and Google Juneteenth, and you'll have a bit of a history lesson to talk about, and it's a wonderful thing.
Graves says that they haven't seen a turnout this large in several years, and they are looking forward to having a larger turnout in the years to come. Live in studio, Jack Kessler, KAMR Local 4 News. Judd?
All right, Jack, thank you. Mayor Ginger Nelson was also at today's event to issue a proclamation. The city of Galveston celebrated Juneteenth with the dedication of a new massive mural and a parade. The new 5,000 square foot mural is being called Absolute Equality. It was back on June 19th in 1865 at this very spot in downtown Galveston that a Union general issued an order demanding, quote, absolute equality for slaves in Texas. It was the day the Emancipation Proclamation was officially recognized in Texas 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed it. A bipartisan group of senators is pushing a new infrastructure bill. The lawmakers are optimistic about its chances. KAMR Local 4's Washington correspondent Basil John reports on who supports it and who's against it. We are your local election headquarters.
10 Democrats and 10 Republicans have come together to develop a nearly $1 trillion infrastructure plan, paid out over a 5-year period.
This would be, on any relative comparison basis, a record investment in infrastructure.
Virginia Democratic Senator Mark Warner is confident enough Senate Republicans are on board to speed the infrastructure bill across the finish line.
Well in excess of 10 Republican senators, more like 15 to 20, that would be supportive of this infrastructure record investment.
Put me down as listening and hopeful that somehow, some way, we'll be able to move forward with an infrastructure bill.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell says there must be an effective way to pay for the bill. However, he says he will not support any rollback of the 2017 tax cuts.
But in the end, it'll be up to the majority leader to decide what to do.
Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he hopes to pass the bipartisan plan. But some Democrats say it's not big enough and want to move ahead on a bigger plan using a process called reconciliation that would not require Republican support. New York Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand says the Democratic plan includes money for health and education, what she calls human infrastructure.
While I could support a small bipartisan bill, I would not support it at the expense of not having a vote or not having enough votes for a fuller reconciliation package.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
For more political coverage, local, state, and national, you can head over to our website, myhighplains.com. Let's set news headlines aside for a minute. Get a check on your forecast with meteorologist Melissa Terrazas joining us from the Weather Center. Melissa, it was hot today.
It was. We reached temperatures in the upper 90s and in the triple digits in some parts of the area. Currently, we have cooled to the 80s. Some parts of our northwestern counties are seeing some precipitation. However, nothing that has currently become severe. Those winds are out of the south, ranging anywhere from 15 to 21 miles per hour. So breezy conditions here across the city of Amarillo. We're at 85 downtown and 85 degrees off of Tascosa Road. For your day planner, for your Sunday, for your Father's Day, we'll have partial cloud cover by 8 a.m. with temperatures in the upper 60s by noon. Sunny skies, breezy conditions with temperatures almost reaching the 90s, and by 4 p.m. we'll have that high of 100 degrees. Judd?
All right, Melissa, we can't change it, so I guess we'll just have to take it. Thank
right.
you. Now,
Thanks, Judd.
yes, let's take a look at the latest coronavirus data across the High Plains today as we bring you Facts Not Fear tonight at 10. 188 new COVID-19 cases were reported today. There are about 366 active cases across our viewing area. No new deaths were reported today, and 206 new recoveries were reported. You can see a breakdown of those numbers county by county by heading over to our website, myhighplains.com. Now, if you've ever wanted to do a marathon without running, this was the event for you and for me. Coming up, we'll take you to this year's annual Slackathon, and later we will check back in on your full forecast with Melissa. Keep it here.
From your local news leader and home to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, you're watching Judd Baker. Meteorologist Melissa Terrazas. Sports with David Davis. KAMR Local 4 News continues.
Welcome back. Running is not everyone's favorite thing to do, but this marathon allowed its participants to slack off, which is kind of the entire point. That is in tonight's Heart of the High Plains. Martha's Home hosted its 4th annual 0.5K dubbed Slackathon. Marathoners were able to refuel at hydration stations and carb stations where plenty of pizza, cookies, donuts, and healthier alternatives were available to encourage them to keep going. Martha's Home provides shelter for single women and mothers with children who have become homeless due to unforeseen circumstances.
We do have a large population of homeless here, and the population of women and children among the homeless community is growing. We are always seeking more funding to keep those homes going. And Amarillo is a wonderfully generous community.
Whether walking, running, or like me, crawling across the finish line, everyone was rewarded. Raising autism awareness one clay pigeon at a time, that was the goal of a local organization today. Braden's Gift is a nonprofit organization that helps families who struggle to provide the funds needed to give their autistic children what they need to function. The organization says since there are so many kids on different levels of the spectrum, every family varies.
Thank you for so much support and love that I've seen so far having this nonprofit. It's just been amazing. The response has been awesome, and I just want to thank everybody for being involved who's heard about us, that wants to contribute. And if you don't know about us, please go to bradensgift.org.
Morath says she is excited to share what autism is about with the community. Coming up in sports, we'll take a look at Dallas's first-round draft pick. Next, we will hear from Cowboys rookie linebacker on how he is adjusting to his new schedule. But first, we'll check back in with Melissa.
And we see some hotter temperatures here across the panhandles, but just how long will this warming trend last? More on the full weather forecast.
Now, KAMR Local 4 meteorologist Melissa Terrazas from your local weather leader.
And welcome back, everyone. We had a hot Saturday afternoon as we kick off our Father's Day weekend. Now, we do have some storms currently north of us. Now, some of that precipitation is affecting some of our northwestern and northern counties. Currently, nothing has gone severe. Most of us are seeing clear skies. Now, across our region, we are in the 80s with 86 degrees in Dalhart, 85 in Amarillo, and 87 down in Childers. Now, currently out by the National Weather Service, we have mostly clear skies. Temperatures are in the mid-80s. Those winds are coming in from the south at about 21 miles per hour, so we have some windy conditions. That humidity is at 28%, while the dew point is at 48 degrees. Now, for the almanac today, we did have a low of 66 with a high of 97 degrees. Now, a bit on the milder side when we compare that to the average high of 91 degrees during this time of year. Now, for the rest of us, we saw a high of 100 degrees in Dalhart, 103 in Tucumcari, and 98 degrees for a high in Clovis. Those winds will continue to come in from the south-southwest, ranging anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour. They will peak tomorrow morning around 10 a.m. at about 20 miles per hour before tapering off into the afternoon hours, ranging anywhere from 9 to 10 miles per hour. Now for a future sky high resolution forecast, tomorrow morning we'll see some partial cloud cover. However, most of us will see clear skies. Now clear skies for the afternoon as well, along with the sunny conditions for your Father's Day. However, we do have the chance of some more storms affecting our area later on into the afternoon and evening hours. But of course, we'll keep you all updated on that. Now tomorrow morning we'll have a mild start with some partial cloud cover. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s and lower 70s for some parts of the southern counties. Now we have a low of 66 degrees in Dalhart, 68 in Hereford, and 70 degrees for that low in Tulia. And as we make our way into the afternoon hours, mostly sunny with temperatures in the upper 90s and in the triple digits. We'll see that high of 99 degrees in Tucumcari, 101 in Hereford, and 103 for that high down in Childress. Now for our day planner for your Sunday, for your Father's Day, we'll have some partial cloud cover tomorrow morning with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s and in the lower 70s. Windy conditions at 10 a.m., sunny skies and breezy conditions by noon. And by the afternoon hours, we'll see mostly sunny skies with temperatures reaching the triple digits and those chances of some rain later on into the evening. Now that UV index will be at an 11 tomorrow, which is extremely high. So if you're going to be out and about, do remember to apply your SPF of 30 and above. Now for a full look at the week ahead, we have some more rain chances, of course, tomorrow evening into the beginning of the work week. We'll have a high of 80 degrees for your Monday, for your first official day of summer. Calmer conditions for your Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have that high of 98 degrees, mostly sunny skies for your Thursday with a high of 100 degrees. So we'll see those warmer temperatures. And for Friday and Saturday, and as we begin the weekend, we'll see more chances of rain here across the panhandles. We'll have a low of 67 degrees with a high of 93 degrees for your Saturday a week from now. But of course, you can check out all of this at more at myhighplains.com. Judd?
All right, Melissa, thank you so much.
Thanks.
We are about a month out from the start of the Tokyo Olympics, and the U.S. Olympic track and field trials are underway, and one Austin woman is racing for a spot on Team USA. Sarah Lancaster was known for her skills on the court throughout her years at the University of Texas at Austin, both in tennis and in basketball, but her athletic aspirations took a twist.
It was 5 years ago when Sarah Lancaster woke up and decided she wanted to run a mile under 5 minutes.
I just thought that if I told people that, they would think that was impressive.
But little did she know that plan to become faster would take her on a new adventure.
Once I was just working in adulting for like 5 years, I was kind of like, this was fun. This is fun, and I've enjoyed my time of like not having anything athletic related to do. But once I started running, and you know that my coach talked me into doing a track meet, I was kind of like, oh, I kind of miss doing this.
At 33, Sarah has qualified to run in both the 1,500 and 5,000 meter runs, both happening today. She has decided to run in one race, the 1,500. Regardless of the outcome, Sarah hopes she can inspire others to go after their dreams.
I think if you think you can do something, that's half the battle. Hopefully I've shown that if you put in a lot of effort and believe and work hard, that you know anything's kind of possible.
In Austin, Candy Rodriguez.
All right, let's bring in the man so nice they named him twice, David Davis. The Amarillo Venom returned home today, didn't they?
Yeah, they host the San Antonio Valor next in sports. I'll tell you if they were able to right the ship after starting 0-2 on the season. Those highlights and more after this. Keep it here.
Sports with David Davis.
Let's get things started with some football. The Amarillo Venom, they returned home to the Civic Center today. They played host to San Antonio. They were seeing the Valor and are trying to right the ship after starting the season 0-2. First quarter, Valor's Frank Cosillo. He'd find Jordan Bartone for 6 as he hits the wall. And on the PAT, it would be blocked here, but Jalen McQueen, he's there for the Valor to scoop and score, and they are up 8-0. Venom looking to answer outside the end zone. David Perkins would eventually slip in, but it would not count as it would be called for no forward progress. Next play, they'd lose the snap. He's able to pick it back up and get into the end zone for 6. Venom still trailing 8-7. Valor next possession. Cosillo goes deep. He finds a wide open Lex Rosario, but the Zebras strike again. They have to repeat the down. Joe Max, he'd get it on the handoff. He appears to be down, but that would be ruled a fumble, and the Venom, they have it. They get a field goal off that one a little later. Perkins to the air. Terrell Smith in the end zone. They go up 16-8, and the Venom would hold on to win this one 58-36. That's their first of the season, week 3. Sticking to the gridiron, let's move to the National Football League, where we have the Dallas Cowboys. They recently finished up OTAs and were able to see a lot from their 2021 first-round draft pick, Micah Parsons. He was brought in to hopefully remedy a lot of the Cowboys' defensive woes from this last season. The rookie is now stepping into that role and says it's been hectic, but he seems ready for that new challenge.
Learning with more checks, being more vocal, playing a new position, actually multiple new positions, has been pretty hectic for me. But I think each and every day I'm picking up something, and just going out there and making early mistakes. So that way I'm creating a base and a ground, getting ready for camp. So I got time to make mistakes early on, but everything got to get cleaned up pretty soon here. So
let's move to majors, where we had the Rangers taking on Minnesota. The Twins versus those Rangers. Third inning, no score. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa lines the pitch up from Randy Dobnak for the 2-run home run, his 6th of the year. The Rangers would go up 2-0. Let's go to the 4th inning now. Same score. Nelson Cruz, he takes Colby Allard deep to center field for the 2-run shot, his 15th of the year. The game would be tied at 2. 7th inning now, still tied at 2. Minnesota with a runner on third. John King's pitch, it would get past Jonah Helm. Max Kepler scores on the wild pitch. Twins lead 3-2. Bottom of the 7th now, Minnesota leading 3-2. Willie Calhoun grounds the pitch from Alex Colomé to Jorge Polanco, who makes the backhanded pick and gets him out at first. Twins lead 3-2 after 7. 8th inning now, Texas down 3-2, 2 on, 2 out. Hansel Robles gets Garcia looking, and the Twins would hold on to win this one as Minnesota gets it 3-2. And the Saudis, they're also playing tonight. They are at Hodgetown playing Midland. Last I checked, it was the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th. Saw Poodles down 11-9. Still have a chance, Judd. Still have a chance.
Go Saudis, go.
Go Saudis, go.
All right, David, thank you. Melissa's got another check at your forecast. Keep it here.
Good evening, everyone. Join me tomorrow morning here on Politics Today. We'll be talking about the Ports to Plains initiative, something that people from around here have been talking about since the late 90s. Well, it made some traction this week. Governor Abbott signing a piece of legislation into law that corresponds with that. We'll have that story and much more when we see you tomorrow morning here on Politics Today.
And welcome back, everyone. For your Father's Day planner, we'll have some partial cloud cover with temperatures in the upper 60s by noon. Sunny conditions with temperatures almost reaching the 90s. And by 4 p.m., we'll have that high of 100 degrees with calmer winds coming in from the south. For a full look at your 7-day forecast, we'll have a bit of a cool down for your Monday for the first official day of the summer with that high of 80 degrees. Calmer conditions Tuesday through Thursday with highs in the upper 90s and in the triple digits. For your Friday and Saturday, some more rain chances here across the panhandles. Judd?
All right, Melissa, thank you. All this and more can be found over on our website, myhighplains.com. Plus, check us out over on Alexa, Twitter, Instagram. Give us a like over on Facebook while you're at it, and download that handy weather app as well. It is FREE, which is the best kind of cost, isn't it?
If you don't have it already, I don't know what you're doing.
I know.
Keep you covered on weather and everything alike.
Everything, news, weather, and sports. See you back here tomorrow. Have a good night.